Hello, friends. It's Lorinda. I am going to create an audio version of the Gentle Intro to Decluttering infographics so that if reading is not your thing, you have another option for consuming this content. So my method is adapted from Dana K. White's No Mess method in her book, Decluttering at the Speed of Life. It's not exactly the same. Her and I have a difference of opinion on some aspects of decluttering, and that's okay because I am not Dana and she is not Lorinda. Well, without further ado, let's just get into it. So first of all, we're going to go over the 4 supplies that we need. It's nothing fancy. A timer, good quality trash bags, a box for donations, and a box for things that don't belong in the space that you're decluttering. For example, if you're doing your office and there are some dishes and some clothes in there, you can go ahead and put those in the does not belong box, and at the end of your session, you can bring it back to where it does belong. So each of our sessions are going to involve 2 components. One, we're going to set the timer for 5 minutes. We've gone over this before, but just a quick refresh if this is the first video you're stumbling upon. Go back and listen to the do's and don'ts video, and we talk about how setting a timer for 5 minutes is a very, very effective way to earn some positive wins and some positive reinforcement for our brains. And the other way that we can reward our brains is to actually give ourselves a little treat at the end. So I encourage everybody to make a list of 5 or 6 things small things, preferably consumable things, so that you're not adding clutter to your life, that you can reward yourself with at the end of each session. Our first step here is to look, and only look. We're not going to take things out. We're not going to sort through things. We're just going to survey the area and give our brains time to process what's there. I also recommend taking a photograph, and you don't need to show anyone this picture unless you really want to. It is really just for your own reference. It helps us get a better understanding of what's really in the space that we're going to declutter later. There's something less intimidating about a 2-dimensional image. It's a little less overwhelming to look at the photo than it is to actually look at the space. And it's also good to kind of have this thing to look back on when you feel like your progress is slow or you're feeling stuck. You can look at the photo and you can see how far you've come. 5 minutes really will make a difference when done consistently. And at the end of your decluttering journey with this space, it's really nice to have that before picture and just see how far you've gone. Our second step is trash. We're just going to survey the area for easy to reach, obvious trash. Now, the way to be successful with these steps is to not let it become a heavy decision to have to make. If you're looking at something and you're wondering, is this trash or is it not? The answer is it's not trash then. If you have to think about it and wonder or worry about doing it perfectly or making a mistake, then it's not trash. We're going for really low-hanging fruit here because we want easy wins. So things like empty food wrappers, junk mail, dead batteries, crumpled up paper towels, tissues, obviously broken things, empty boxes or product packaging, user manuals for things you no longer have. Those are the kind of things that we're looking for in this step. So bag it up and get it out of there. And at the end, you're going to reward yourself with your special treat because you deserve it. And our brains really love that positive reinforcement. So we want our brains to learn to associate decluttering with something positive rather than a punishment. Step 3, when you're done with the trash, we're going to start looking for things that don't belong. Again, we're going to set the timer for 5 minutes and we're going to reward ourselves at the end. So we're going to identify things that have a home elsewhere. So if you're decluttering your pantry and there's a scrunchie on the floor and there's a random sock, go ahead, put those in your does not belong bin. And at the end of your 5 minutes, you can bring them back to where they do belong. And so again, we're not thinking too hard about what's in there. If we're not sure if it belongs in there or not, just leave it. We're going to skip over it. So like if you're looking at the pantry and you see a box of batteries or light bulbs and you're thinking, oh, well, is this the best place for them? Leave them. We're not going to stress our brains out at this point. We're just looking for obviously misplaced items. Okay. And don't forget to reward yourself. It is just so important to build those new neural pathways so that our brains stop dreading decluttering. Step number 4 are the easy donation. Again, set your timer for 5 minutes and have your treat ready to reward yourself afterwards. We're going to look for non-sentimental items that are obvious donations, things that you already planned to donate, but just never got around to it. So these are clothes that you have never worn and you don't even like, toys your kids outgrew and don't play with anymore and have no sentimental value to you, or kitchen gadgets that you got at the Pampered Chef party because you felt bad and had to buy something, but you never ever used, that kind of thing. Put them in your donate box and off to the donation center you go. So our final thoughts are this process is meant to be decision-free and stress-free. If you find yourself getting overwhelmed, then stop. Reward yourself for trying, and then come back to the group and let's talk about it. And if you find yourself wondering whether something is trash or donate, then skip it, leave it there, and move on to something else. This is meant to be easy, stress-free, and doable. If you have any questions, please let me know. Take care.